So how is MoneySMARTS set up? Well, remembering we're taking the best of some other money management systems to create the MoneySMARTS rules-based system. And so remember we talked about the envelope system, or what we call the jar system. So our grandparents used to store money in jars or tins, and that was obviously the physical money. Now we've taken the principles of that in terms of organising them into separate jars, and I'll talk about regular and irregular spending and that savings or trapping that surplus. So what we can see here is we've got the living and lifestyle jar, which is that sort of consistent regular spending. We've got the credit cards, and we've got direct payments, and we've got the loan jars. So they, as you can see them here, are all regular spending. So they are commitments that we're making to the day-to-day way in which we organise our finances. And so over a 12-month period, we're making a prediction or a calculation of just how much we're going to be spending in those areas. And that's what we refer to as our regular spending. In addition to that, we've obviously got ad hoc spending. So we might be saving for a deposit for a home, we might be saving for a car, we might also have holiday provisions, all of these types of irregular spending that don't happen on a monthly basis. We might even have some bills that also occur on a bi-monthly basis or a quarterly basis. And that's what we refer to as the provisional, or what we call irregular spending. So that falls over here in terms of provisional spending. And then ultimately, the bottom line for that is this surplus jar. So this is where we're going to be trapping those savings. So when you think about that, you're thinking about, well, once I've allocated that, and remember the other system, which was a zero-based budgeting system, we've taken the best of that feature there by sort of saying, if we're planning out our 12-month period, every dollar has been allocated. And so by allocating each of those dollars, we have a surplus target that we want to achieve. So as money's coming in and money's going out, hopefully we're trapping that money in that surplus jar. And that is pretty much the focus on what we're trying to do here. And if you think about the idea of paying yourself first, again, another rules-based system that we've grabbed the sort of idea from is we can potentially start looking at that surplus. So when you're thinking about planning out your 12-month period, start thinking about the target that you want to achieve, and then start thinking about your essential and discretionary spending to be able to try to achieve that surplus savings jar amount that you're looking to achieve. So that is, again, the basic setups. We're going to go into the next stage of this. Like any type of money management system, we need to understand the banking structure. So we need to know how our banking is set up to make sure that this system works for us in the real world.